Hello, everyone. I am with Ben Yu, who is just crushing the series right now as we speak. I unfortunately was not here when you won your most recent second bracelet in the Deuce to Seven. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much. It still feels very unreal. I remember when it was happening, I was like, did this really happen still, even though it's already happened once before?
Yeah.
Pretty funny stories about it. The night before on Friday, I did go to EDC Friday.
I was going to say, because I noticed you were selling your Saturday and Sunday tickets, so not expecting the deep run, not expecting to play this.
My plan for the weekend, that weekend, is always to do as much as I can. There's so much that I would like to do. There's EDC itself, and there's actually pool parties before and club parties after. Last year I went 5 days of partying. This year I only went that one Friday night. And there's also the Magic the Gathering tournament, which I'm really excited about playing, and I didn't even play it because I was in stuff still. But Friday night actually...
He's a multi-dimensional guy. Like, wow. He's debating between Magic the Gathering and EDC/pool parties. Like, who knew?
I literally just, this weekend every year, I just try to forsake sleep and do it as much as I can, everything that I love to do.
Yo.
But that Friday night, the night before the Deuce tournament, I actually had just busted out of the 10K horse. I didn't know I was going to EDC until I had busted out of the 10K horse at 4 p.m. I text Mike Watson, I'm like, I'm out, I'm in now for EDC. I go to EDC with a bunch of other poker players. For some reason, I normally hate doing this, but me and Mike start talking poker strategy at EDC. Like, we're lying down in a field underneath these temple-looking structures at our meeting spot. And for some reason, we end up spending an hour talking about poker strategy, which is really weird because I think me and Mike, we've been around poker for a while. Poker's not as intellectually stimulating as it used to be for us. It's pretty normal when you've been playing for 10 years to not always want to talk about poker. When you're in doing something else interesting, you talk about that, or you talk about the people in your life. And
Right.
there were a lot of people there I hadn't seen in a while. Nick Binger was there, for instance, and I don't get to see him around a lot very much. So usually, you try to talk to and engage with these people. But for some reason, me and Mike just talking about Raz strategy and Deuce to Seven strategy. And that was really random. His girlfriend, Sarah, was like, I want to go dance. And we're just sitting there in the field talking about it.
We're getting to the heart of the heart here, folks, at EDC.
She was actually a really good sport about it. And we only did this for an hour, so we did actually, we were there from midnight till 6 a.m. and on the bus for 4 hours too.
Oh, that's the
But we
worst.
talked strategy, and then on all 3 days, me and Mike are just playing, and we're playing in the exact spots that we were discussing, blind steal spots where you have to play looser hands. So, the stuff he was sharing with me, every time I played with him, I have to look at him and be like, he now knows that I know that he's doing this. So that was a really fun back and
You're
forth.
like, the metagame is just getting at ultra levels, but also, did you guys visualize this somehow? You're like, how is this happening right now? We've already talked about this, here we go, and I'm gonna win a bracelet.
We did think there was a moderate chance it would happen, given it's only a, under 100-person tournament that we would play at some point. But then to play on all 3 days with him, that was kind of situationally
The universe
ironic.
was laughing hysterically at you guys. basically.
Not hysterically, just a little bit of a hee-hee maybe. Yeah.
And then, was he there or was he at EDC when you won your bracelet?
I don't think so. I think he was too exhausted from the full. I know I was super exhausted by that final table. It's six-handed and it's a draw game, so you're always engaged and the hands are always very long. You have to
And
remember
everyone at the
cards
final
you just
table is
started.
amazing.
Yeah, I said this before in my winner's interview, but I think that people usually overblow how great everyone is at poker. A lot of the people who've had success often aren't that great, but I do think that was a really, really tough final table. I said that Nick Schulman is one of the end bosses in Bobby's room, which is, a very awesome title to have.
And it has bracelets in Deuce to Seven.
I said Sean Deeb, who's smirking at me right now, is one of the few people who's capable of playing as loose as he does because of his excellent post-flop skill.
Yeah,
He
he's
just
okay.
Mike Watson said to me as we were talking about this yesterday that he just has an excellent poker instinct, and I would have to agree with that. And that's not a typical quality I typically respect the most because I'm trying to be a scientist the most, but he definitely has that, and it's very, a lot of people say they have it and don't actually have it, and he definitely has it. So it was a really tough final table for sure.
But you just 2 bracelets now. And then even though you're exhausted and have been doing a million things, still decided you had to come in and pseudo-defend your title here in this one.
Yeah, in 4 minutes I have to jump back into this. We actually did go celebrate after I won last night. We went to a gastropub, Ballywick's at the Orleans, and that was fun. We had booze and we had food. I haven't even eaten there before, but it's actually pretty decent food. But I just jumped right back into this, and when you're hot, you're hot. I pretty much didn't
Came
lose
in
a
chip leading,
ton.
right?
I played for 2 hours, and I bagged the chip lead somehow, which, I don't know, I was running really well. I ran
Chip
really
a
well
bracelet,
yesterday.
bag the chip lead. I feel like these EDC poker conversations, maybe this is the best advice we can give anyone. Come to Las Vegas, go to EDC, talk strategy with Ben Yu and Mike Watson, win a few bracelets.
I did say on day one of the deuce that I didn't go too hard. I only had 2 drinks at EDC, but I did stay up till 6 a.m., and I didn't feel great the next day for sure. And I did say that I felt like 70%, and I was just above the bare minimum of feeling irresponsible for playing a 10K.
I don't know. So whatever you're doing, it's working. Whatever you're doing, it's working. I can't even imagine only having 2 drinks at EDC, so I would say you're extremely responsible.
I mean, I really enjoy the music and the dancing and the people there. So for those, I mean, I do enjoy partying and I do enjoy going harder than 2 drinks, but with all 3 of those things, those are the most important things to me, and I really love and enjoy all those things.
Cheers. That's all I have to say. I've had a few cocktails.
I have one more anecdote. So I was actually going to be not too unhappy if Watts won because I was going to be in the bracelet photo. And then what I decided I would do is that in the group part of the photo, I would stand off a little to the side and do the Michaela Maroney unimpressed.
Be the angry guy?
Someone said they were going to get me a small bouquet and a silver medal. And I was definitely going to do that if he had won.
Yeah, which would have been fun, but I'm pretty sure your winner photo is probably a little bit better.
I was pretty happy with that as well.
Yeah, I'll take it. Well, he's got 2 minutes. We've got to let him get back to try to ship his 3rd bracelet now. Ben Yu, I'm Sarah Herring. You guys are with us on PokerNews.com.